Hey, coaches and healers. If you've spent years developing your skills, learning powerful transformation tools with the intention of deepening your impact, how's that going for you? If you're like most of the coaches and healers that I've engaged with over the years, it's not going too well. In this video, I'm sharing 3 key realities no one tells you about building a thriving coaching or healing practice. And trust me, you don't want to find out about these after you're knee-deep in website designs, paying monthly service fees, or feeling exhausted from trying to fit everything you need to do into your day. And before we wrap up, I'm going to ask you a question that could change everything about how you approach your coaching or healing practice. And it might even explain why marketing has felt so hard for you. So stay with me, because this realization, this could be the most important thing you take away from this video. Here's the missing piece that no one tells you. You must master marketing, or else people, they won't even know that you can help them. So here's key reality number 1. You must be a self-starter. Your business depends on you taking action, especially when it comes to marketing. So if you're waiting for someone to tell you exactly what to do, it's not going to work. Creating marketing content doesn't have to be hard. And when you find a strategy that's aligned with your strengths, it gets easier. But even then, you have to implement it. Successful coaches don't wait for someone to give them the answers. They go in search of them. When I joined the Legacy Builders program to learn social media marketing skills, what I saw inside the community really surprised me. And I'll get to that in just a minute. But this is what I see happening all the time. People jump into programs expecting success to just happen. One of the first things I did after joining was watch the onboarding videos. Sounds simple, right? So I was surprised that inside the community, I'd see post after post after post asking, where's the link for this week's Zoom call? Or how do I send out a newsletter? Or I don't remember how to access my training programs. The answers were right there in the training. And the kicker, there was even a video tutorial on how to use the search bar to find answers to questions like that. So I guess you can lead a person to the search bar, but you can't make them search. I do get it. We all want shortcuts. We want answers right away. But if you're waiting for someone to hold your hand every step of the way, you may not be cut out for this business, because the people who make it, they don't wait for someone to spoon feed them the answers. They dive down one of those magical rabbit holes looking for one specific answer, and they end up learning so much more than they would if someone had just told them what to do. And they discover resources and insights that really feel aligned with their unique path. And then there are those times, I can't tell you how many times I felt discouraged or even disheartened when I asked a question and got an answer I didn't want or didn't like. And then suddenly there's that unspoken pressure to follow that advice, even when it doesn't feel right. Remember, this is your vision, and you're the only one who can bring it to life. Now, the good news, marketing, like coaching and healing, is a skill that you build. So if you're the kind of person who's willing to test things, troubleshoot, and learn by doing, if you take action even when you feel uncertain about what you're doing, and if you trust the process even if it takes a while to start building momentum, then you're already thinking like a leader, not just someone who's following a checklist. Being a self-starter means stepping into the CEO role of your coaching or healing business. It's about making decisions, adapting as you go, and trusting yourself to create the results you want, rather than waiting for someone to tell you what to do next. All right, key reality number 2. You must sell the benefits, not the features. What this means is that people don't care about your process. They care about the transformation, how their lives are going to change. And yet most coaches freeze when explaining why clients should work with them. If you can't clearly articulate the benefits, you're going to find yourself rambling, over-explaining, and then watching as people's eyes glaze over, looking for an escape route. And so once again, you feel unseen, unheard, overlooked, not because of what you offer, but because they just truly don't get what's in it for them. So how do you make your benefits crystal clear? Think of a water bottle. How would you sell this? Would you say it holds 20 ounces, that it has pretty flowers on it, that it has a flip cover with a latch? That's not why someone buys a water bottle. This is why someone buys a water bottle. It holds 20 ounces, and that means you don't have to keep refilling it. That means it's easy to keep track of how much water you're drinking. Drink just 2 or 3 bottles, and your body will thank you with supple, youthful-looking skin, better digestion, and your internal organs are going to be so happy. And of course, you're going to have fresher breath too for those unexpected close encounters. Those are the benefits: convenience, ease, transformation. And that's how you need to be able to talk about your services. Because if you're not clearly stating the benefits, people just won't see the value of them. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't share the features. Your process matters too. The process should never be a surprise, because surprises in business usually cost you time, money, and the trust of your clients. Now, I can't blame people for not telling us about this final point. It's not something any of us wants to hear. And it is possible that they did tell us and we covered our ears and went la 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 la. Because the truth is, organically growing a following and attracting our ideal clients using social media is a long game strategy. So key reality number 3 is you must be consistent. Marketing is not a post once and get clients situation. It's like training for a marathon. You don't just run 26 miles. You train for it. You show up even on the hard days. And you keep going when the excitement of starting has worn off, when the miles ahead feel endless, and when other things seem like a better use of your time. Now, some people do go viral overnight, but for most of us, it takes consistent, aligned, intentional effort. Those first few posts, no one notices. The first few videos, crickets. But the people who stay consistent, they're the ones who build trust, grow an audience, and attract the right clients. And this is where most people quit. Here's the thing, marketing is easy. We're just really good at making it hard. Once you get the hang of it and learn the basic skills, creating videos is pretty quick and simple. My mentor Jim Rohn said, "What's easy to do is also easy not to do." And let's be real, this is why so many people struggle with marketing. Posting a video? Easy. Writing a post? Easy. Doing it consistently when no one's watching? Not so easy. Marketing is just like drinking water. We know we should do it. But do we actually drink enough water every day? Probably not. Small, consistent actions compound over time. If you only post when you feel inspired, you're relying on motivation instead of momentum. And that's why most people fail. Being consistent is about staying aligned, staying visible, and staying connected to your message. So your future clients know who you are, what you value, and how you can help them. So if your marketing strategy isn't working, take a look in the mirror. You might see the problem. Most people aren't telling you that this is not a quick process. So if you're not willing to do the work, then that program or any strategy isn't going to work for you. But if you're a self-starter, willing to learn how to craft your benefit-focused message and are committed to being consistent, there is absolutely no reason you can't go from feeling invisible and overlooked to finally attracting the right clients. Now here's a bonus key reality for you about becoming a successful coach or healer that no one tells you. And here it is. Are you ready? Every decision comes back to you. This is your vision, your purpose. It's your business. Now, before you go, I want to ask you a question. Do you actually want to run a business, or do you just want to help people? Because if the idea of building a business is starting to feel heavier instead of lighter, maybe marketing isn't the problem. Maybe the problem is you're not meant to run a business at all. And here's the good news, you don't have to. In my next video, I'm breaking down how to expand your impact without making it a business. And that video will pop up right here once it's live. But if it's not there yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you're curious about the Legacy Builders program, that social media marketing training course I was telling you about, if you want to see if it's right for you, I did a video about that, and that should show up right here.